Okay, welcome back. Last time we started up the post-game of Pokemon Colosseum, and before I do anything else today, I want to quickly pick up this Croconaw that I just got, because in the last episode we caught the Croconaw from Bluno, and now I actually want to shuffle things around a little bit. And by that I mean, just for now, I can quickly throw that on here just to open up a space in the inventory, because what I want to do now is take the Mystic Water away, and now give that to Octillery, because Octillery now has the Mystic Water, so its Bubble Beam can finally be boosted up in power. And now I can just quickly drop Croconaw back in the PC, pick up a Meganium, and we can be on our way. Honestly, I really do wish that some of the Pokemon you get late in this game were available earlier, because honestly, they'd be amazing to use as if they were available earlier. But at the same time, maybe that's why they're right at the end. Anyway, I mean, realistically, you always need to have some things at the end, so, you know, I guess it's just bad luck of the draw for me. Anyway, so today we have to head on back to the Under and learn about what we need to do next. So let's quickly go and read our next email. So, Trouble in the Under. Hi, we've been hearing about shadow Pokemon from people visiting the Under from Pyrite. A lot of the visitors have seen the shadow Pokemon. Net in the Under should have more information for you. Okay, so, well, honestly, I don't know if it would have been faster if I'd gone this way or if I'd gone all the way through Pyrite. To be honest, I imagine it's still probably faster for me to go this way, because I wouldn't have to run through the entire building. And also, if I go through the building in Pyrite, I might run into that trainer and have to fight them again. Also, I think this old guy is helpful here. No? Okay, I think I need to find his teeth somewhere. Just like in Gen 1, where you have to find the gold teeth in the Safari Zone, to give to the Warden, and then I think he either gives you a rare candy in one of the versions, but I'm pretty sure... No, I'm pretty sure he gives you the HM for Strength. I think. It's been a while since I played Gen 1, to be honest. It's been nearly 3 years. Okay, so now let's talk to Nat. Oh, hi. I think there's been a sneaky trainer in the Under lately. There's a guy in front of a junk shop named Gurks. He apparently saw this as shadow Pokemon in a battle. The quickest way to find out is to ask Gurks himself. Can you check it out? I mean, yes, I can, and also I remember what he uses, so Meganium and Ampharos are gonna have a field day. Because this guy had water types. And by that I mean, it is time for grass and electric type damage to go brrr. And just do a ton of damage to him, because realistically, what is he going to do to stop me? The answer is nothing. He will do nothing to stop me. Not gonna lie though, I would love to have a lucky egg in this game. Okay, so it is this guy. Huh? What's that? You want to know about a shadow Pokemon that I battled? How about we battle first? If you win, I'll happily tell you about that shadow Pokemon's trainer. I know exactly who it is already. It's Rosso. But hey, we'll see about them in probably just a couple of minutes. And this guy now has 2 Wailords, which, honestly, I do love Wailord in this game. I think it's the one time where they actually, like, capture the scale of how big a Wailord actually is. Where it actually looks like a giant whale. As you can see by it just being massive compared to everything else. Also, I feel like... Oh, okay, that was a crit, and that did still very little. I mean, realistically, I'm just gonna double it of them just to get rid of them a bit faster. So Thunderbolt just blasts that Wailord, and that's that gone. Honestly, I kind of wish I'd targeted the other one now, because that was a crit. Either way, that is 1 Wailord down and a mountain of experience. And it sets up Amnesia, okay. So it has effectively just split any damage I can do in half. Fortunately for me, I am now just doubling into it. And also, Razor Leaf just crits again. Wow. I know it has a high crit chance, but I feel like I never get 2 crits with Razor Leaf in a row. I feel like Razor Leaf is the most unreliable high crit ratio for actually, you know, getting crits. Either that or I just have really bad luck. Anyway. Alright, I promised I'd tell you about that shadow Pokemon. The trainer was this guy named Rosso in a flashy red outfit. He had a Shadow Quilava with him. Okay, so, there we go. Now, 10 out of 10, as always, Rui finds a way to just stand in your way in this game. Now, let's head on back out the under, because I know exactly where I need to go next. And by that I mean, well, we'll get told, even if we don't. So now I want to use the forward disc, because I still don't have this guy's teeth, and I think he gives us the left disc, but we also don't have the down disc yet. Like, we have up, we have right, and we have forward, but we don't have left or down just yet. Either way, we'll find those in probably the near future. I mean, I say the near future, I think I have, like, 2 or 3 episodes left. Depending on how long... I don't know, depending on how I feel I'm, like, doing the final one, that could be 2 or 3 episodes. Okay, let's see here. Now, let's head on back in to the Shadow Pokemon Lab. Because, well, where else would I find Shadow Pokemon but in their lab? Now, I'm pretty sure this is where I need to be. Let's see here. It appears as if criminals are gathering at the Shadow Pokemon Lab again. There's more people that have seen a Cypher Peon in a gaudy red outfit with a Shadow Quilava. I wonder what's up. Well, the answer is there's a Cypher Peon over there, and I am going to go and annihilate his entire being. And hopefully I won't have to deal with many water types, because I just switched Ampharos away from the start. Either way, this shouldn't take too long, hopefully. Because, I mean, if nothing else, at least we get the nice music for here again, and we don't have to hear the alarm constantly like last time. Because honestly, the alarm at the end is really annoying. Okay, so, this is a one-way, yeah, that's a one-way door. That's a one-way door to the exit. So, the question is, how many people are going to jump me in here? Probably like 5 or 6, I'd imagine. Well, there's one. Uh-oh, intruder alert. Okay, Cypher Peon Cole. He has Wigglytuff and Cast Form. Okay, so I imagine he's probably going to try to set up some form of weather if he's got a Cast Form. Not gonna lie, Cast Form is a Pokemon that I wish was better, because it's a really unique Pokemon. And now I'm just going to Psychic and Brick. I'll just double in. I'll double into it because I don't know if Wigglytuff can take that. It actually can. That's kind of impressive. And Brick just finishes it off just for certainty. So he has 3 Pokemon left now, and what are they going to be? I imagine they're all going to be normal types. But the question is, what are they? A Ferret? Level 57 Ferret. Okay. And there's the Rain Dance. So that will now transform into a water type. In just a second. There we go. But yeah, Cast Form is such an interesting Pokemon. It's got such a cool, unique mechanic to it. Like, I don't know, I don't think it's a good Pokemon, but I love how unique it is. Same with Kecleon. I genuinely do think that they are 2 of the super cool Pokemon that realistically could have been done a lot. They could have done more with them. I think Kecleon at least eventually got Protean, but I would love to see an evolution or something for Kecleon. Something to really give it that moment that it deserves. I mean, technically, maybe it did have its moment. Question, does it being the shopkeeper in Mystery Dungeon, who if you steal from it will just attack you and do violence, does that count? Because I distinctly remember I accidentally stole something once in Mystery Dungeon and this Kecleon just killed me. I should also probably note, I haven't played Mystery Dungeon, any of them, in about like 15 years at this point. But yeah, I remember that. That and just when I don't know, I feel like this couldn't have happened to just me, but I feel like whenever you're playing Mystery Dungeon, like, it's just like, okay, anything bad is happening. You know, you're kind of like limping towards the end of somewhere, and then you go into any given room and it's just like, it's a monster house. And it's always a monster house. It's on it seems to suddenly just happen on every floor. I don't know. Either way, that is definitely one of my core memories of playing Mystery Dungeon. Between that and the fact that when I was in middle school, I remember because I don't remember if I had Time on Darkness. I think I had the Explorers of Darkness, because I think it sounded cooler. So basically, I played that, beat the game. Then there was someone in my class who got stuck, and they asked me to beat a boss for them. So I beat that boss for them. And then eventually, they just kept asking me to beat more of the game for them, so I ended up just beating the entire game for them. Which, honestly, I didn't really think all that much of at the time, because it was just like, hey, I get to play more of the game, cool. I don't remember which Pokemon they even had. And this cast form is being a bit of a menace here, I'm not gonna lie. This cast form is actually doing some work, and that is kind of scary. I mean, I know that I've been hit with, like, 2 crit weather balls, also that are, you know, rain boosted and everything, but still, genuinely most threatening cast form of all time. I'm sure that there's someone who probably once brought cast form into, like, VGC or something and did some wild tech. But, I don't know. In the specific scenario of Pokemon Colosseum, I think that's the most dangerous thing I've ever seen from a cast form. I don't know. Either way, let's keep moving on, and while I'm here, I might as well just patch my Pokemon up with, you know, my healing items that I have in reserve, because honestly, well, when am I going to use them otherwise? I mean, I say that, before I go into, like, the final area, I might stock up again, just because I know what's waiting for me at the end of the end game, which maybe is a bit of a redundant statement, but hey, I've said it now. Also, is there anyone through here? There probably is. There we go. Oh, you again? You're not getting off scot-free this time. Basically, I do want to fight everyone in here, so I'm just going to quickly run around and check everywhere. Because, hey, more EXP is more EXP, and that is a Houndour and a Sneasel. And judging from the fact that in this game, a lot of trainers seem to have a recurring theme with their Pokemon, like with their team, I'm going to switch Espeon out because I imagine this trainer is going to have all dark types. And then I'm going to use my Sneasel to brick their Sneasel, and because it's quite effective, we will knock it out in one. Unless theirs outspeeds, which it somehow doesn't, but okay. And with that, we just knock it out in one. Because 10 out of 10, sometimes that's just how this game goes. Now, what else are we going to send in? A Sharpedo. Maybe I should have sent in Ampharos. Ampharos might have been the play. Houndour with Crunch being a special move in this game. Also, I will say, I do love the animation for Crunch in this game. I love how it just kind of lingers. Like, the just kind of lingering threat of it. How it's got, like, the dripping jaws. Also, I think that's really cool. Like, it really just has... I know, it kind of just is like the hunger of the beast. Like, really shows through. Okay, so with that, they now send in a Nuzlocke. I mean, credit to them, this is probably almost about as good as you could get for Gen 3 with a mono dark team. Also, I mean, I know Octillery's been just kind of taking hits, but still. Okay, Bubble Beam just blasts that Houndour. That's that gone. Completely uncalled for crit. Like, that crit was absolutely uncalled for. I mean, actually no, it was retaliatory. It was definitely retaliatory. It took 2 crunches. And we just blasted that. Yeah, we just blasted Nuzlocke with a brick. That is Lair defeated. I think her name was Lair. I want to say her name was Lair. I know there's a trainer in this game called Lair. No, that was them. Okay, fantastic. Okay, good. I remembered people's names. Always a good sign. I love remembering people's names because I feel like I'm sometimes really good at remembering people's names, and then sometimes I'm awful at it. I feel like it's genuine. I feel like it's a coin flip whether or not I feel like it may be a coin flip on if I remember someone's name or not, and I always feel kinda bad about that. Also, I feel like I should probably go the other way now. Okay? Stop right there. There's no entry beyond this point. So, where was the elevator that the other guy had? What was he defending? I'm gonna go back and check that after this battle, because I I feel like I've gotten myself lost here through no fault of my own. Disclaimer. Disclaimer. He was absolutely at fault for getting lost. Just because, let's be real here, I'm really bad at navigating places. I feel like I have two different ways of navigating in games. It is, I will either know exactly where I'm going and get through without any issues, or I will just get lost for like 20 minutes. I feel like that is a recurring theme with like every game I ever play. Fortunately, this never really proved to be an issue in a lot of RPGs. I somehow manage to usually find my way in RPGs pretty quickly. With one exception. Two exceptions. Two? I think it's only two. I can only think of two off the top of my head. And they're both in Final Fantasy X. Okay, it's maybe like 5 or 6. It's the Ice Castle in Persona 1, the Cathedral in SMT 1. But other than that, the only ones that really stick out in my mind as I am lost here and have no idea where I'm going or how to get to where I need to be is, whatchamacallit, it's... Which one is it? I want to say it's the Jose Temple in Final Fantasy X. I think it's Jose and Bevel. The ones, the Cloister of Trials that you have to do in order to get Ixion, and the one that you have to do to get Bahamut. Bahamut? I don't know how to pronounce it. I'll be totally honest, I've played a good few Final Fantasies, but the only one I actually liked enough to finish was 10. And to be totally honest, I played that, and... Okay, so I started playing it about 12 times or something, but I've only ever finished it once, and even then I finished that, like... It's... Sorry, I just need a moment because it kind of just hit me. I played through Final Fantasy X and finished it over 10 years ago at this point, and that kind of just messed me up for a second. It was like, oh, I'm old. Oh, I finished this game years ago. To be totally honest, I have considered replaying Final Fantasy X, and I know that it's a game that at some point I actually do want to play on here. But also, it's just a game where I know that the start takes forever. Like, I know it's an RPG, but I know that it's an RPG, but I feel like even for an RPG, Final Fantasy X takes a long time to get going. I don't know, I feel like... I don't know, from what I recall, I remember it not really feeling like the adventure had started until Auron joins the party after you finish the, the Blitzball tournament in Luca. Yes, because so by the time... I feel like by the time you actually start the game properly, like, I feel like... Okay, I remember. Wait. Huh. I think that's where you find Naps and rescue Professor Crane in the sequel. Anyway, yeah, I feel like in Final Fantasy X, by the time the game really feels like it's properly started, you've already got most of the party, and I think you get Riku not too long after. Although the boss fight... I remember the boss fight right before you get Riku, I got stuck there for a while. I could not win that boss fight. I think that was largely because I hadn't been using Waka quite as much as I probably should have. Because I then realized when I was properly playing through the game, wow, he's actually really good. And, you know, maybe I just put too much maybe I'd put too many points into Kamari. Back again, no welcome for you this time. But yeah, maybe I put too many points into Kamari that time. Because, actually, one other thing in Final Fantasy X, I promise I will stop talking about Final Fantasy X soon, is I never really used Riku all that much, aside from when you're fighting the Machina and they just go down in one shot with steel. Because I knew that is prime time for Riku being super helpful. But also at the same time, it's just like, well, I never knew the combination for her overdrive where she mixes stuff together, so I just never really used it all that much. She kind of just... Like, I'd make sure she got EXP so she wouldn't be super far behind, but she was never a party member that I was particularly fond of as a party member. Like, I thought she was a cool character, but I never really cared about her all that much as a party member. And And I feel like that's definitely a skill issue, just me not knowing how to really make use of her properly. But hey, who knows? If I eventually ever decide to replay Final Fantasy X, maybe I'll learn. But hey, that's something for future me to worry about. And then, I think I played like an hour or two of 12 and just couldn't really get into it. I know that maybe dropping an RPG like an hour or two in definitely isn't the optimal, optimal isn't the word. I know it's probably not exactly the done thing, because, you know, it's a long story, I know, but to be fair, at the time, I wasn't really someone who liked RPGs. Like, I will be the first person to kind of just throw my hands up and say, when I was a kid, I didn't like RPGs. Like, I would play Pokemon, and that was it. Like, I played Final Fantasy a bit, it never really clicked with me. When I actually got my 360, my parents got me Blue Dragon with it, and credit where it's due, I haven't played it since, like, 2015. I liked Blue Dragon, from what I recall. Oh, and then, a couple of years later, I played SMT3, so I played Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. I actually played that because Persona 5 had just come out here, and, basically, I was broke and couldn't afford Persona 5. And then about 6 months later, I bought and played Persona 5, and the rest is history, because now Persona and SMT have become 1/2, depending on how you want to look at them, of my favourite franchises and games. So, you know, fun how that works. And where was I going here? I think I was going to go up? Okay, yeah, it's definitely up here. Okay, I know I have to go to the elevators, but I want to check if there's anyone in here for me to fight. Doesn't look like it. Okay, so I know that I'm near the end of this area now. So we probably only have 2 or 3 fights left. So, I'm going to use one more lemonade just to patch Espeon back up to full health. Octillery, I think I should be okay. Okay, what do you have? Back for more mischief? I mean, it's not really mischief, more just, I'm just here to do my job. Okay, Linoon and Delcatty, and, was she here the first time? Because I feel like she turned up really late to work today. Like, I feel like this lady must have turned up really late to work, because why are you 10 levels below everyone else? Like, why are you suddenly 10 levels lower than everyone else? Did they miss you in the code? What happened? Like, genuinely, why is this one trainer so much weaker than everyone else I've seen for the last few episodes? Like, everyone else that I've fought in here, I've fought before, and they've leveled up. Why haven't you? That's weird. Anyway, with that, this fight is over, because this person is beyond a pushover, because they just didn't level up from the last time. Were they even here last time? I imagine they must have been. Because, then, I don't know, they're saying if they're saying that we're back for more mischief, they must have been here the last time. Sorry, did they just call me and Rui an imp? Well, that's just mean. That's just impolite. Okay, this is where the scanner was, so I think it should be this way. Watch as the door's now locked again, and I'll need the scanner to figure out how to open it up. Calling it right now. Also, there was a person in here last time who had a Quagsire, so I'm going to put... Actually, I think they also had... I'm going to put Ampharos out front, because I know they had Quagsire, but I know they also had a flying type. So, hopefully, if I have to fight them again, which I probably do... Hi there, there's no alarm blaring, but here I am anyways. Honestly, I'm just so glad that there isn't an alarm blaring, because the alarm was loud and annoying. I know that that's the entire point of an alarm, but still, and that is a level 58 Swallow and a level 58 Quagsire. Okay. You know, maybe I should have led Meganium here, because I can Psychic. Yeah, I'll just Psychic for Quagsire and Thunderbolt the Swallow. And if that... I imagine the Quagsire might actually outspeed. I think Quagsire maybe outspeeds. It doesn't, but okay, it's probably going to go for... Okay, it's just Mud Shot, that's fine. That'll still do a ton though, because... Okay, it did a little over half? No, a little under half. It did about half. And now, okay, fantastic. Quick Claw did not. The one time I wanted the Quick Claw to not proc, it didn't proc, and that is fantastic for me. So now I'll take the damage. I'll take the damage from the fly hit, but now I'll just be able to land the Thunderbolt and probably just one-shot it. However, I don't have a 1-2 combination for dealing with this Kecleon. So basically, the Kecleon is going to be dealing with Brute Force, is what I would be saying, but I don't remember what her last Pokemon is. Because depending on what this is, I have a way around this. And by that I mean, hey, guess what? I have a Sneasel who can kind of just circle around stuff. Okay, Meganium hits 51, tries to learn Safeguard, don't need it. And our last Pokemon is a Kadabra. Okay, so I will... You know what, I'm just going to double into the Kecleon. Okay, goes for Magic Coat, so if I went for something like Toxic or Thunder Wave, it would reflect that back at me. So basically, I think of Magic Coat as the special version of Counter and Mirror Coat. And Psychic is going to blast Ampharos. However, what if I told you this was part of my plan? Because Ampharos being knocked out now means I get a clean switch into Sneasel. And Sneasel can now just Shadow Ball the Kecleon, and Kecleon is more of a special attacker, and Kecleon is more specially oriented than physical. So now, by blasting it with a Shadow Ball that's super effective, I should, in theory, be able to knock it out. And also, Return Nell just one-shots Kadabra, because Kadabra is made of paper. And that takes out Kecleon, so I am now in the clear. And I think I should have one fight left in here, because if I recall correctly, last time I was here, that's target Naspion. Because the last time I was here, we fought our way through here, then, yeah, this was where Scrub was, I think. And then Ain was directly beyond the stairs here. Or maybe she was here, Scrub was behind the door, and then Ain was down the stairs. I know that Ain was down the flight of stairs that I'm about to reach. So I have a good feeling that this is the last trainer here before we get to Rosso. I might be wrong on that, but I have a feeling that I'm right. Or at least I think I am. Honestly, I probably don't even need to heal. You know what? It may be hubris it may be seen as hubris in future, it may be overconfidence. Wait, what am I doing? What am I doing? Yeah, I'm just gonna go forward. I'm just gonna go forward and go fight Rosso, because honestly, he can't beat me. His odds of winning are 0. Ah, the data's not here either. How are we supposed to make more Shadow Pokemon with it? Ah, wait, how do you sneak up on me like that? Huh? Don't I know you from somewhere? Like at the Mayor's home in Phoenix? You've been spoiling Cypher's plans all over, haven't you? You're not gonna mess my plan up. You know he's serious, because why is he running like that? Okay, so, Rosso has the exact same team, I believe. He has... Wait, he has a Breloom? Okay. Why is this Breloom level 61? Why is this Breloom level 61? Wait. That actually makes perfect sense. Okay. Does it actually make perfect sense? No, of course it doesn't. Either way, I'm just gonna blast that Breloom with Psychic, and I'm honestly just gonna hope and potentially pray that it didn't click Mach Punch. Because if it clicks Mach Punch, there goes Sneasel. And hopefully this Quilava will just stay in the ball and work with me just like Croconaw did. 1. And it broke out, okay. I can't really complain because it is a starter Pokemon and kind of annoying to catch. I don't know off the top of my head what their like default catch rates are, but I know they're pretty tough. Either way, I can just keep throwing Pokeballs while I'm trying to catch this. Now, okay, he also has Grumpig, he also has Muck. Flame Wheel won't do all that much. Yeah, that did what, 33 damage, and to be fair, there is that 30. Yeah, that's a what, 23, 21. Yeah, there's a 20+ level gap there. So now, I'm just going to keep throwing Pokeballs at the Quilava while I whittle away his other Pokemon. Also, I should note, Bluno had a Camerupt. I think the other one Okay, we've got rolled twice. I think Verde, I think if we fight him again, I think he gets a Sharpedo or something. Or something like that. Either way, that did quite a lot of damage. And the special defense drops. Honestly, I love and hate that about Gen 3. It's just like, hey, he has Shadow Ball. Hey, look at this physical attack. Hey, you like this physical attack? It gives a special defense drop. But why, though? Like, I'm sure that there's probably, like, a translation reason, but still, it's weird to me that they do that. Anyway, I'm not too worried about something getting knocked out here, because honestly, this is the last trainer in here and the last battle for today. So, Quilava goes in the ball. 1, 2, 3, click, got it. So we now have Quilava, and in comes Muck, as predicted, and that Muck is level 63. So, in case you somehow couldn't tell, yes, we are now seeing like a distinct and rather large level jump. But hey, we'll deal with that in the near future, because I'm pretty confident that I feel like I'm not in too much danger here. I forgot Espeon was confused. And this could actually be pretty bad, but honestly, okay, I say it could be pretty bad, but at the same time, I don't see a world in which a Muck takes out my entire team by itself. And also, there's a special defense drop, so that's kinda handy. Brick is absolutely going to Sneasel. I don't know what... I think that's the fastest I've ever seen a Muck move. Either way, I'm just gonna go out to... Oh, no, I'll go out to Umbreon, just so it gets the EXP. Although realistically going out to Octillery would have been the play. I'm also going for Secret Power. I'm going for Secret Power instead of Bite, because I feel like I know that early in the playthrough I think I had Umbreon use Bite on a Grimer, but also I feel like having to just bite a thing that's made of just entirely sludge is both not great and also just generally unethical for the Pokemon. Okay. Espeon, please stop punching yourself in the head. Like, it's been 3 turns, and you've hit yourself 3 times. And Sludge Bomb will just take out Espeon, I think. Okay, yeah. But that's fine. Now that I think about it, Espeon hasn't been knocked out all that much in this playthrough. I say that, but at the same time, I haven't been keeping count, so I have a feeling I could just suddenly throw up a montage that's like, yes, all the times Espeon's been knocked out in this playthrough, and it's been like 30 times, and I've just forgotten about them. Actually, I don't think it's... it's probably like 12. I'm gonna guess 10. I'm gonna guess 10 or 12 for the number of times Espeon's been knocked out in this playthrough. I know it's been kind of like my main in Pokemon. I mean, to be fair, how could it not? It's an Espeon, it's super good for this game. There goes my hope of becoming an admin. I don't know, man. Like, all the other ones left, you have a pretty solid shot. And with that, he disappears again, and there's still nothing there. And there's nothing here, so let's just leave. So with that, we are now done with the Cypher Lab, the Shadow Pokemon Lab. And with that, we can head on out. I don't know why it gives a loading screen there. Like, it just kind of fades to black for a second. I imagine it's because it's a one-way door, but I don't actually know why it does that. Anyway, with that, we're just gonna head on back up and leave this lab, and then we will never be coming back here again in Pokemon Colosseum. We will be coming back in this game's sequel, when I eventually do that, but for now, we are done with this area. Did you know, your PDA can receive not only email, but can also accept digital photos. I'll send you one as a test. I hope it reaches you. Okay, so that's just Meg and her Shroomish. Cool. I'm not gonna lie, I do love Shroomish. Shroomish is one of my favorite Gen 3 Pokemon. Probably because I just love Breloom. Breloom was a mainstay of my teams when I played Gen 3. Well, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. It's just one of my it's a Pokemon that I feel is just very reliable. Okay. Maybe I should have gone somewhere else to heal, but whatever. Okay, let's quickly check our email again. Big Snag Machine. Hi, this is Bit in the Under. There's this freaky rumor going around that Snag'em holdouts fixed a big snag machine. Do you think it's true? Can you look into it too? Okay, so that tells me we need to go back to the Team Snag'em hideout. But we'll be doing that next time, because we are coming up on 35 minutes. And judging from last time, we're probably going to have to go through the entire building again, and no doubt people are going to want to throw hands. So that might take us a little while. But with that, I'm going to save and end off today's episode here. So today we managed to make our way back through the Cypher lab and catch a Croconaw. Nope, a Quilava. Wait, what? This is the same memory card. I only have the one memory card for this. Okay, whatever. I will just save state while I figure that out. Maybe that's why that didn't work. Anyway, whatever. I'm going to end off today's episode here. As always, feel free to leave a comment and click any of the buttons down below if you feel so inclined, and I will hopefully see you all next time for more Pokemon Colosseum. Okay, thanks for watching. Later.